perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks. And how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The Seahawks are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The 40. 20. 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 81 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage. Down. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. Oh, what a move. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the C's part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. This one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. After
after the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Herbert. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
We'll get this up to about the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert finding his safety, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll find Everett there, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Herbert now. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. In a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more. Saw it there. Did not work out. Turnover on downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. And when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, it's Walker. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to Walker on first down.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Second and 4. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list.
And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Second and 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And they're in the second quarter now in Las Vegas.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. George Kittle with career touchdown number 70.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
To throw again on second down. Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert off of play action. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. And that's going to be a first down. Well done. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. Middle of the field to Jefferson. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Herbert's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. On second and 12, Herbert. And he's got this to Jefferson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Room here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw now on first down. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jamar Chase with career touchdown number 75. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tariq Woolen picks it. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker.
His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Seahawks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And some room to run now. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker,
55 yards.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Shot here on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Here we go, set.
Running right, here's Walker. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
174 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker
from 17 yards out.
And the Seahawks continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And
they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Straight ahead, Walker. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for